going to be doing a brake fluid replacement on the 2019 Subaru Forester. Here's the overview of the tools and equipment that you'll need. So I need a jack, 4 jack stands, and then get some gloves. You need a 19mm socket and a wrench for the wheels, 10mm wrench for the bleeder screw, torque wrench to tighten everything up, and then we got some .3 brake fluid. I just got the Subaru brake fluid. You probably should only need about 2 bottles, but I just have 3 bottles in case. And then some brake parts cleaner. And then we have something, a syringe in this case, to suck out the old brake fluid from the master cylinder. And then we also have a bottle where I've kind of drilled a hole in and then got some plastic tubing to attach to the bleeder screw on each caliper, and then when we flush out the fluid so it gets caught into this bottle, and then some paper towels and gloves. So first thing we're going to do with the car still on the ground is just break open the lug nuts on each of the wheels, 19mm socket, and then I usually, if you have a breaker bar, or I just use the handle of the jack stand to get a little more torque. Okay, we got all the lug nuts loosened, and now we're gonna go ahead and jack the car up and get the stands under. So just make sure you put the jack in the correct location. It's under the cross member support, and I usually like to put a piece of wood there to help distribute the load. All right, so we'll get this jacked up, and then we'll get the stands. Make sure you put them at the correct little pinch welds down here. Then we'll take the wheels off. Okay, so now we got our car jacked up. Just make sure that's level. I just put some extra jacks in there just in case anything slips. And then I just have the jack still kind of on the back. And if you move this, nothing should move. It should be very sturdy. And then what we're gonna do next is take the wheels off. So now that these lug nuts are loosened, just take your 19mm socket and then okay, we got all the wheels off. I actually had to remove those other jack stands for a little more room, and just got the tires slid under there just for extra protection. And then I'm just keeping the jack here in the front just in case. But now we're gonna go under the hood. So let's open up the hood. So to the left of your steering wheel, right here, I'll open up the hood. And then right back here, right behind the driver's side, is the master cylinder with the brake fluid. So you can see on top it says .3. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, use the syringe to take out all the old fluid, fill it up with the new fluid. We can go past the full line because we are going to be bleeding this through each of the calipers, and then putting it, and then just at the very end we'll make sure that it's topped off to the correct level. Okay, so actually you also want to prep this area, put on your gloves, put a couple paper towels here, just in case anything spills, mainly because this brake fluid is it's like an irritant to the skin, and then it'll eat through car paint and other stuff. So best to try to just prep, get everything kind of protected. Then we'll take this off. And there is a little kind of filter at the top here. So we're gonna take this off, put it aside also. And then using that bottle that we had, we're gonna put some fluid in here, then we'll dispose of the rest. So let's go ahead and use the syringe. Pull out this old fluid. It's pretty empty now. Let's go ahead and put in some new fluid, and then anything that's remaining in there will get flushed out when we do the flush. So here is the new fluid. Just go ahead and fill this up. Keep an eye on the level, try not to overfill this. It's okay if we go past the fill line because we're going to be flushing all this out. Okay, it's pretty topped off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to each of the calipers. The correct bleeding order is the front right, then the front left, then the back left, then the back right. Okay, so now we're at the front right brake caliper. Here is the bleeder screw. So we'll take off this little cap here. Make sure not to lose that. We're gonna wanna replace that cap when we're all done. All right, so then if we can get one end of the hose onto the bleeder screw over here. Okay, here's the setup. I got the hose kind of snug on that bleeder screw and then just routed it up. Just taped it up so any air bubbles go up, but we should be okay because as long as you have the other end of the hose submerged below the fluid, it shouldn't draw back any air. But now we're gonna just go through the procedure. Subaru's factory service manual says to open the bleeder screw with this 10mm wrench. We'll just open it about a quarter to a half turn, very little, and then we'll go through the brake depression cycle about 15 to 20 times until we see clear fluid running through. So when we do that, we're gonna press the brake slowly halfway and then ease up on it very slowly. We don't want to go too fast. We don't want to push the brake down too hard. And then as we do that, we want to just make sure this master cylinder is not running dry. So as we do that, just make sure that we come back and check this every so often. If it's low, we'll top it off because we don't want any air to get sucked into the system. Okay, so we have our 10mm wrench. Let's go ahead and open this up. So you can see some fluid starting to come out. Now let's go ahead and go over in the car. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna depress the brake slowly, not all the way down, and then ease up on it slowly. So we'll go through this cycle about 15 times. And as we do that, we're gonna go and check the master cylinder. So let's go ahead and go through about 7 runs. Let's go check the master cylinder. Okay, let's go see where we're at just to get a gauge. Master cylinder level still looking good. Let's see how this is looking. Okay, we can see the fluid coming out. It's already starting to look pretty clear. Let's go through another 10 pedals. Okay, I think I went through the cycle pretty well. Doesn't really look like there's any air bubbles in here now, and the fluid is looking pretty clear. So I'm gonna go ahead, tighten this up. Don't over tighten it. I'll check the torque specs at the very end. Okay, so now we will have some fluid that kind of spills out. So I have this pan here when I take this thing off, and then we'll move to the right, and then we'll move to the back. Or sorry, we'll move to the left, and then we'll move to the back. Okay, we're done bleeding through all 4 of the calipers. All the fluid was coming out clear, didn't see any air bubbles. Now, last thing to do with the brake fluid is just make sure that we have this topped off to this max fill line. I just kind of topped it off right now and it's about there, but just gonna get it right to that line. Okay, should be good. Okay, so factory service manual does give us tightening torques for the front and the rear bleeder screws. The front is at 5.9 foot-pounds, the rear is at 12.5 foot-pounds. So I do have a torque wrench, 10mm socket. Just gonna double check these. Okay, now that our car is back on the ground, jack stands and jack set aside, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a torque wrench, 19mm socket, set it to 89 foot-pounds, and then we're going to tighten all of these lug nuts to 89 foot-pounds, and just make sure you do a star pattern. So just crisscross like that. Okay, we started the car, we'll go test it out, but now just pressing the brakes doesn't feel as stiff, so I think that's a good sign. Makes it look like everything went well. We'll try this out.